We all have wins and we all have fails. And these just happen to be some of mine from the past 6 months. Hello, 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 and the warmest of welcomes to today's video. For those of you who haven't seen my face before, hi, I'm Nick, fab to have you here. Those who have seen my face before, thank you so much for joining me again. Hope you enjoy my videos. I put out videos roughly 2 to 3 times a week on a range of different topics, anywhere from fashion, slightly more personal topics. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, please do head down, hit subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. I love chatting with you all. I'm all about living life loud, and what that means to me is being your authentic self, being proud to be you, and just celebrating who you are. Celebrating yourself, and of course, celebrating others. You just can't help yourself, can you? There's not even a shoe in the way. You're at a clear space. You don't care. Okay, well, thank you for this, Poppy. What is in it? Oh. I'm missing a few pairs of sunglasses, and I was kind of hoping that maybe this was gonna... I obviously put this in here just as a little bit of a shaper. Okay, the hunt for the sunglasses continues. I'm missing a pair of Lacoste sunglasses, and I'm missing a pair of Armani sunglasses. They will be in a bag, I just don't know which one. Anyway, we are here to talk about my wins and losses, wins and loses, you know, successes and failures in terms of purchases over the past 6 months, because we are officially in H2 of the year. So welcome to July, everybody. Hope you all had a fabulous June. And yes, okay. Let's get into this. How do we want to do it? I mean, I feel like a lot of the time in these videos, people want to know what hasn't worked out. So I am not going to go through those first. I'm going to go through what has worked out in the first instance. Yeah? Yeah? Poppy, does that feel like a good way to do it? Okay. Right, so let's kick things off in terms of my wins. Let's go here. My Longchamp sunglasses that I recently purchased are for my trip in Paris. Not for my trip in Paris, on my trip in Paris. I absolutely love these sunglasses. I think they are fabulous. I love the shape. I love the tortoise shell. I love the pink on the sides. I just love everything about them, and I got them for a good price. So I'm really, really happy with them. I had bought a pair of Thomas Sabo sunglasses probably about 3 or so months ago, which I like. They just don't quite do it for me in the same way. But they are nice because they're a little bit more formal. Whereas these can be a bit formal, but they are also a little bit more casual, a little bit more fashion. So yes, I'm loving those. I think those were a great purchase. Next up, let's go for a bag. How could I not show you my Celine Phantom? This scarf would also be an honourable mention. I absolutely love it. I've recently flipped it round. So instead of the darker pink with Longchamp, I've gone for the lighter pink. But how beautiful is this yellow Celine Phantom? I absolutely love this bag. I think it is so beautiful. It is practical. It is just delicious. It's full of dust bags at the moment. Well, it's full of an organiser that's got a load of dust bags, so let's take that out. Take the Longchamp receipt out. There we go. Mine has been used. Mine has colour transfer, marks. I mean, I'm sure I can get all of that off, but it's just fabulous. You can move in the sides and make it a much smaller bag, open out the sides and give it that winged aesthetic, which you know I absolutely love. Would I buy another Phantom? I would, however, I don't have a need for it. And also, I just don't want to get down the rabbit hole of buying, as much as I love it as a bag, I don't want to buy loads and loads of variants and then not use this one as much, because I only have so much time and I change my bag every single day. Yeah, I still don't get through all of my bags, because even if I change my bag every day, I have 50 or so bags. You know, it takes me over 6 weeks to get through all of them. So yeah, so some do get used more than others. This one gets used a lot. This charm is beyond cute. It's from Amazon. So gorge. I'm so happy I bought this. I spoke about buying a Celine Phantom for years. I finally bought one. You're all probably glad, because then I stopped going on about the fact that I wanted to buy a Celine Phantom. You know, all is well with the world. Okie dokie. So I did sunglasses. I did that. Let's do these. These Alexander McQueen trainers. Loving them. I think they're gorge. I had a bit of a hiccup with them because I wore them to Paris, and for probably about 2.5 weeks after, I had real issues with my feet, like a lot of problems with my feet. And I thought it could have been down to the heels that I wore, because I wore my Sophia Webster heels for the majority of the day before. But these were what were really giving me some issues. It was sort of on the top of my feet. They felt very tight. I was having problems. For whatever reason, I was having problems. However, I have worn them multiple times since, walking to the train station, walking around London, worn them for 8, 9, 10, 11 hours, and I've not had an issue. So we're now back together, and it feels so good. I just love them. I love the look of them. I don't think they're too in your face. They are comfortable. They're that oversized look that I love. They are simple. They are stylish. They are just a really easy trainer. I find the quality of them to be really good. I give them a good wipe down every now and then just to try and keep them looking nice. I was originally just using them as my, you know, evening out type of trainers, which I am using them more for when I go and meet people and do things that aren't just running errands, etc., or to the office. But I am starting to use them a little bit more because at the end of the day, you spend a lot of money on these things, you should use them. I've probably worn them now 10 times, which brings cost per wear down to about £10 per wear. Every time I wear them, it goes down and down and down, which I think is a good thing. Don't you think, Pops? They are probably my most worn pair of luxury shoes. Yes. Yeah. I would say so. Next up, let's do a piece of jewelry, and it is this ring. I adore this ring. I have worn it every single day since I bought it. It forms just part of my standard stack of rings. This is kind of my day-to-day stack. I adore this Gucci ring. I think it is absolutely fabulous, and I have always wanted one of these. I've probably looked at them for the past 6, 7, 8 years. I referenced one in a video a little while ago. They weren't then on the website. I then saw it at the outlet. They do have more of them at the outlet. They have ones with different stones in them, etc. Would I buy another one? Possibly, but not to wear at the same time. It would be to swap out with this one. So I might buy the same thing, but with a different stone, and then every day I would just wear a different one. So, because I think on its own, it's a real statement. I think having 2 on your finger would be too much. So, you know, having one here and one here, I think would be too much. So I would maybe do that, but I'm so happy with this particular one. I bought it at Bicester. It was what? £85, something along those lines. Super happy. As I've mentioned before, you know, I think I am someone who is drawn to like the feline motif. You can see it in my home. You can see it in the fact that I wear brands like Kenzo that have a tiger as their logo. So yeah, I think I'm quite drawn to that. And then obviously this with Gucci. So this is a really good purchase. I absolutely love it. It's also me ultimately manifesting one of the Cartier Panther rings, which are about £65,000, maybe a little bit less. I think if you go for just the one without any precious stones in it, they're about 20,000. So maybe, you know, one day I might trade out my Gucci one for a Cartier one and manifest it. But anyway, I can't even imagine where my life would have to be to have a £20,000 ring. Oh my goodness, I don't think I ever could. I don't think I could ever spend. I would have to be so sickeningly wealthy. Anyway, that's not a problem that we're currently facing here. So we don't have to worry about it, do we, Pops? No, we do not. Right, and let's round out my best purchases. with this. I love this bag. I love this bag, and I'm so happy with the variation that I got. This is the Gucci Marmont. It is in what they are now classing as the medium size. I love it. I absolutely love it. Mine is in black, sort of suede velvet, I think, with the gold hardware, antique gold hardware. I love it. Absolutely love it. I have been using it today. I wore it. I've been wearing it crossbody, long shoulder. I have taken it out for a night out as a little bit of clutch. I absolutely adore this bag. I think it's fabulous. It can fit so much in it. What's it got in it here? It's got 2 card holders, car keys, anti-back, a mirror, sunglasses case, house keys. I love it. I think it's absolutely fabulous. I also really do love the Dionysus. Like, don't get me wrong. That is up there. This is just, I said about this recently, it's just that smidge bit more versatile. Just like a tiny bit more versatile. I love it. I love it. I've already marked it. Got a little mark there. C'est la vie. They are there to be used. So those are my best. Let's go with the worst. And let's start off here. This will be no surprise to anyone. The Louboutin tote. It's just not a very good bag. I've spoken about that. It's not particularly well balanced. The shoulder strap, the shoulder drop isn't fabulous. It's gimmicky. It's fun. It's a little bit playful. I mean, it's already got a couple of like corner, you know, marks there, and I've barely used it. Like, it's a decorative piece. I've used it a little bit out and about. Oh my goodness, I can't even grab it. Oh my God. Okay. So I've used it a little bit out and about, but really it's decorative, it's fun, it's playful. It wasn't my best use of money, let's put it that way, but I don't hate it. I just could have spent £500 on something better. Oh well. Life goes on. And whilst we're talking about Louboutin, let's go here. The reason these aren't brilliant is because there is only one of them in my hands. There should be a pair, but there is not a pair. And the reason is that one of them is currently away being repaired for the fact that the heel came away from the shoe. And I have spoken about this. I shared it in a video. I am still pretty cheesed off. I don't know what happened. You know, everyone was very kind in that video, offering suggestions or asking, do you think this could have been the reason or that could have been the reason? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just going to put it down to bad luck. I'm hoping that they will repair the shoe. I will just be able to then wear them again and style them, because they are beautiful shoes. And the outfit that I was wearing the night that the heel broke was nice. It was a good outfit. So I'm pretty cheesed off that it didn't work out. However, as long as they come back repaired, you know, I ended up sending them to Timpson's. So I did get a quote from Handbag Clinic. It was £165. I took them to Timpson's and they said they would do it for, I think it was 56. So they said, we have to send them off. It'll take 5 weeks, £56. I said, fine, have the shoe. So let's see, I'm still waiting. They've been out, it's been gone a week and a half or so. So let's see. But yeah, these weren't a great use of 300 and whatever pounds they were, 330 I think I spent on them, plus now the 56, plus the postage. So I'm probably about £400 into these shoes. So I would like to be able to wear them more than the twice that I've already worn them. I'm not going to count the third time that I wore them when the heel broke. I took 30 steps. One and twice. Those. And last but by no means least, a bag that I was hoping was going to be practical, but it's nowhere near as practical as I thought it was going to be. And I can't for the life of me figure out why. And it's this Gucci top handle. And it's just not that practical. There's something about it. I think it's got this split compartment approach, which I have no issue with because my Aspinall totes are the same. But they just seem to have a little bit more flexibility in them. I think it's the width that's the problem. And it basically, if you put anything in it that causes it to expand, it just looks super cumbersome. The base doesn't change, so you just end up with the sides almost falling open, but the base is quite tight to its width. So it just looks a bit messy, and then it's difficult to pull the handles back together, and it all just looks very cumbersome. And as you saw from my recent What's in My Bag video, I carry a lot of stuff. So I do need a bag that's a bit more flexible. Then if you don't evenly weight it, it's sort of falling open and everything. Not the best bag. For this style of bag, the Aspinall of London Tote is like a million miles better. Yeah. This is like this versus this. No comparison. This is so much better. So much better. So yeah, this particular, I've done well with my Gucci bags so far. I like the tote I bought last year. I love the Dionysus that I bought from Conrad's Closet. I love the Marmont. This is a little bit of a dud. It's not a bad bag, but it's a bit of a dud. And for the size of it, you would expect it to be more practical than it is. You can't really use it for travel. It's just not great. Yeah. Not my best purchase. It's okay. Of the three that I've shown you, it's the least worst. I would say it goes this, these. And these should be one of my best because aesthetically, comfort, I love them. Everything about them, I love them, except for the fact that by one breaking, they don't fulfill the basic function of a shoe, which is to walk in them. So anyway, that's where we're at. We have gone through best, we have gone through worst. Were there any that surprised you? Is there anything that you know that I picked up this year that you were expecting me to put on the list that I didn't mention? And yeah, what are some of the best purchases that you have made? What are some of the worst things that you have purchased this year? It can be fashion, shoes, clothing. It could be a decorative item. It could be something that you've bought for your house. Like, whatever that may be, let me know. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much as always for watching. I look forward to seeing my next video. Take care, everyone. Bye now.